What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. In this video, I want to talk about the situation with Dr. Dre and his wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, Nicole Young. And more so, I want to talk about something that I witnessed in a comment section of a popular black male YouTuber within the black sector of YouTube. The educated black brother part of YouTube. The educated lame part of YouTube. So I was in the comments section. Well, I saw a video show up on kind of like the recommendations list. And I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. And I saw the thumbnail that the video comes with. And this particular YouTuber, they do, like, their thumbnails are photoshopped. So they have different images kind of put into one image. Just cool. That's all right. But they were doing a video about Dr. Dre bringing up the prenup that he had with his wife, Nicole Young, and being able to stop her from getting like half of his money. And okay, fine and good. But in the thumbnail of the video, I noticed that the woman that they chose to, they had, let me look at this thumbnail again, make sure I got it right. Alright, so first, the title of the video is Dr. Dre shows receipts of prenup and Nicole Young is salty and mad. And Nicole Young is salty and mad is in all capital letters. And in the thumbnail, they show a picture of Dr. Dre and they show a picture of Nicole Young. And Nicole Young and Dr. Dre are like side by side and, seemingly happy. Which is a bit strange considering they're having a courtroom battle here. But in this thumbnail, this is what the person put. And also, they have another image in the thumbnail of a black woman doing like this. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. What does she have to do with all this? This is between Nicole Young and Dr. Dre. How did an angry or disgruntled black woman get into this mix? So I go to the comments section and I post the following comment. Quote unquote, why is there a picture of an angry black woman in the thumbnail photo instead of an angry white woman? Nicole is white, not black. And then this is where all the ish start happening and unraveling. And someone posted under that, I think this is a dude, he said, I thought she was mixed. So right now, okay, the lady in the thumbnail who's angry and who's black does not look mixed, by the way. One woman, a black woman, she posted under the comment and she was like, thank you. This has white, Latina, or exoticals written all over it. But he knows that black men love to put non-black women on pedestals and black women under their feet. So calling white, Latina, mixed, or exoticals out is not what black men want to hear or believe. And I do think there's some truth into that, because just recently we had a situation pop up where those young white women, college-age white women, were like on a group chat and they were discussing black men and saying not so nice things about black men and the way that they act toward them. And then there was a lot of black men coming through and saying like, oh, those were just black women pretending to be white women. I didn't see any black men at least, really putting the blame on the white women who were making those comments like that. And even still, when like non-black women or white women or whoever mess up, it seems like all of a sudden folks can start individualizing, at least the black men, Seem like they can individualize a lot better. But when Keisha messes up, then every black woman is a Keisha. Hmm. Then one dude responds to that lady's comments and said, "Missed me with that one. Black chicks always claim mixed chicks when it suits them. So it don't suit them to claim her now. She everything but black now. She just a white woman. Give me a break. This is just dusty behavior." They're using y'all. They're using y'all stuff against you. Y'all praise all these other ones for marrying white men. Y'all don't say they mixed then. So just stop it. And one dude posted under it, "Oh, I don't have a problem with it," as in the YouTube user, creator, content creator, using a black woman's image to represent anger when it's a non-black woman who's angry. He doesn't have a problem with it, and he looks to be black. But I'm not sure. He could be non-black. I think I'm going to say he's black. And then the sister replies, "No, you missed me with that one. I ain't one who is down with the swirl. That may be the Kool-Aid flavor you drink, but it ain't mine. I don't do the one drop rule. You know d well that there are more black men championing white women than there are black women championing white men. Black men stay looking out yonder, thinking everything is better, despite the contrary. This woman is far from black." And notice how every time these white, Latina, or exoticals show their ASSES, black men never call their whole group out. They could spit in their coffee and they'd still call it a daiquiri. So sister ain't happening. And I post, "Since when is Dr. Dre's wife biracial / mixed? She does not look like she's mixed with any black at all. She looks white, or at least very non-black. Don't put that on black women. Black women ain't got nothing to do with that. Put that blame on white and other non-black women." So here comes a dude trying to derail the whole conversation and say, "Commercials show more marriage between black women and white men. It does not change a fact. Black men marry black women the most, and if so, someone is on the pedestal by black men is black women. You stay inside to create a narrative like this because it is an ignorant one. Once the studies in an environment change, maybe you will have a point. But for right now, you are all types of wrong. Plus, the people who say that they want mixed baby as they grow up were black women, not black men. Black men always wanted something that looked good and feminine. And I think the mixed baby talk is you're deflecting on black men on what you want." So I do hear that come up a lot. And actions speak louder than words. I think we can all agree to that by now. By actions, by the people who are creating mixed biracial children, black men have been championing that for a while now. A good while. When you ask these biracial kids and adults the dynamics between their parents, like which parent is what race or whatever, a lot of times they usually say that their dad is black and their mom is like either white or some like non-black race. So again, black men are the ones leading the charge in creating mixed children. And these dudes always want to throw up statistics and stats and studies, but don't know how to use them correctly. Like you don't know how to interpret them correctly. And he also mentioned marriage between black men and black women. Yes, that is true. the black people who are married tend to marry black people the most. However, most black people are not married. That's the reason why the out of wedlock birth rate is the way that it is in the black community. Now they'll just find a way to blame that on black women. Well, black women should have chose better. They sure should have. It ain't my fault you chose a Pookie, a Ray Ray, to get a baby from. And I do think there is responsibility when it comes to who you choose to have your children with across the board. And I do think that black women especially do need to be more selective about who they have children with. So I'm not going to deny that. But there's more than one side to the story. Even if the person, like, the thing is, we don't seem to have the conversation about, well, this black man isn't taking care of his kids. It seems to be, well, the black woman should have just chose better. And that could be 100% true, but why isn't this black man taking care of his kids, his children? Why is that? Like, what makes you feel like you can father a child but not feel as if you're obligated or responsible to take care of it? Then when it comes to child support, then that's when folks, especially these black dudes, want to get all in their feelings, because now, quote unquote, the white man that had to step in and get you in check and get you paying for your kids. And there's, oh, you know, she went to a white man to get me. She always teaming up with the white man to bring a black man down. Them black women, they ain't no good. They always trying to bring a brother back to the hood. So someone responded to my comment and said, you know, Dr. Dre's ex-wife is not white. She is listed as Afro-American with 2 parents from Africa. And I just responded, please cite your sources. Alternative facts do not count. And I also said, this conversation has gone further than it should have gone. Simply put, the angry black woman in the thumbnail should be reflective of Nicole Young's phenotype, because she is the one who's angry and trying to get Dr. Dre's money. The angry black woman in the thumbnail looks nothing like Nicole. It sends a false message that a phenotypic, unambiguous black woman is at fault in this situation, and that is not true. Then people want to try and put her in the black category by saying she's biracial, so that they can avoid blaming non-black women. Stop the bull-ish. Just assign blame to the correct person and or group and leave the phenotypic, unambiguous black woman's image out of it. That's what I posted. And this dude responded and said, my know-it-all friend who knows nothing, you should try Google and check and fact check. That's what I did. I didn't pull this out of my ASS like you. That's when I'm trying to get him to cite his sources. Where did you see this? See that Nicole Young was Afro-American? And then I responded, what information did I, quote unquote, pull out of my ASS? You can't even tell me where you got the information from, because you pulled it out of your ASS. That's what you do, not me. And then he responds, Google Jack A. And then I respond, dude, you can't even cite the name and the address of the website you got the information from, because you know you just made it up. Stop spreading lies. You know D well that Nicole Young ain't no D biracial. And this is a lot more comments to this as well. That's just the abridged version of this. And this came from a particular YouTuber who's a black male YouTuber, and they are popular. They do have over 100,000 subscribers, you know, and they are very popular in that black male sector of YouTube who's, you know, kind of like be complaining about black women, be putting non-black women on the pedestal. You know. I think you may know who I'm talking about, but I don't want to say too much. You feel me? I don't want to say too much. Just in case folks, got their fan base coming through and trying to sabotage or shut down my channel or something like that. Folks be getting in their feelings. And really, it's more so about the blame, putting blame where it belongs. Like, folks don't, for some reason, when things go wrong in these dudes' mind, it's like, it must be a black woman. A black woman did this somehow, some way. you know, September 11th, oh, must have been a black woman. Uh, Hurricane Katrina, oh, must have been a black woman. She must have did it somehow, some way. I bet you she was wearing weed. See, if she wasn't wearing so much weed, them levees wouldn't have broke. Donald Trump was elected president back in 2016. Black women should have did something about that. Now we in trouble because black women wear too much weave and makeup and contouring their noses to look like white women. See, this is what happens when black women don't do what they supposed to do. She should have been raising her son to be a man by herself without the husband or the baby daddy. See, black women so masculine. Just a whole bunch of just random stuff. And it does show you that, some of these black dudes will go through the most complex, convoluted mental gymnastics just to avoid having to hold non-black women accountable. And I think that's because, well, for one, non-black women don't care. Non-black women are not going to be accountable for anything, even if they do. Even if they are supposed to be accountable, even if it is their responsibility, they're not going to be caring much about it. Like, nuh-uh. Like, she don't go, as a collective, non-black women don't go home to non-black men, or to black men. So let me say it again. As a collective, non-black women don't go home to black men. The black men don't really run anything, so they don't really need black men's approval, right? When it comes to black women do by and large come home to black men, so the situation is different. But even still, the black women, they don't care. When situations come up that affect black men specifically, these black women, non-black women in relationships with black men, you don't really see them jumping to the mic. You don't really see them jumping to the forefront to speak on their behalf. You don't see that. Right? And as well, you don't really see these non-black women building much with black men like that. On occasions you may see, but not really like that. And I think these black men, they know that, so they don't want to try and hold non-black women responsible because they know that they can't. They can't. Because, Rebecca, Selena, Kim Woo, they just going to be like, take it or leave it, bruh. Take it or leave it. Like, I'm not going to be taking no responsibility for anything that got to do with you. All right. Save that for Keisha. Yeah. But since we're on the topic, do any of y'all know if Dr. Dre's wife, Nicole Young, is biracial or mixed? Because I was looking at the photos of her and I just saw someone who was white, maybe like some type of Eastern European type of white, maybe. I didn't see a biracial And even if she was biracial, like, okay, well, put an angry biracial woman's photo in the thumbnail. Like, these dudes, they want to find any and every way to blame a black woman when something goes wrong in their life, or either adjacent to their life, because this isn't even their life. This is Dr. Dre's life. Um, but anytime something goes wrong, they want to find a way to blame black women for it. What kind of disease is that? what kind of mental disease is that? What kind of mental illness is that? And then these dudes are complaining that, oh, you black women like to claim mixed women. That's black. It's your fault. And I do think there is some truth in that, but it's not telling the whole truth. And the whole truth is that a lot of times black men push these biracial mixed women on the black community too. Whether it's their fathers who want to go outside the community and have children with non-black women and bring them back into the community and pass them off as black and push them on the black community and guilt the black community for not accepting them. And then there's black men who want to accept them so that they can date them, have kids with them, marry them, whatever, and not be considered sellouts or self-hating, you know, colorist or color struck, even though they are all of the above. You know, and now these dudes in the comment section want to pretend like they are just so mad and against classifying biracial and mixed women as black. They want to pretend like they were just against that and that it was just the black woman doing it and pushing it in the community. You see, just the game, the lies, the deception, the deceit, right? And these dudes wonder why the black women don't want to have anything to do with them, even though they be pretending like, oh, I don't like I don't like black women because y'all wear too much weave and makeup. Y'all be saying y'all strong and independent. I don't like that. No. But at the end of the day, these non-black women, the ones who, especially if they are considered high value, if they're considered high value, then most likely they're not going to be messing with black men unless that black man has like a lot of money. All right, a lot of money. Like Ivanka Trump, I think she would date like a black billionaire, maybe. You know, she could kind of like justify that with her folks. Like, well, he's a billionaire, right? Just like daddy. Right? But she ain't just gonna be dating no random rapper dude or some random 9 to 5 type black dude. Neither is B Simone. She ain't gonna be dating no random 9 to 5 black dude either. But notice B Simone got dragged by black men and black women for making that comment, and she wasn't even malicious about it from what I heard. She was just saying, based on her lifestyle, an entrepreneur type dude would work better for her. While Shannon Sharp came through recently and said that he is not looking to sponsor any women, he's looking to partner. And I didn't see folks dragging Shannon Sharp about that. It was just like, oh, he can have his preference. That's just his preference. We all got preferences. You need to just check yourself if you're mad about somebody's preference. You sure do. It must be a problem with you if you're mad about a man's preference. Right? Nevertheless, long story short, let's, for these dudes out here who very much want to differentiate themselves from other black men. Like these black men out here, like when a black man messes up, they'll be like, oh, he was a pookie, he was a ray, he was a thug, he was a gangsta, right? They want to, compartmentalize and make distinctions between different types of black men. And that's cool, but we gotta do that across the board. So when it comes to black women, we can make distinctions too when it comes to like, well, a biracial woman did that, not a black woman. She was biracial, right? Even though folks may want to claim biracial as black, we still need to make the distinction. Folks make the distinctions when it comes to choosing who they want to date, have kids with, marry, etc. So we can make the distinction in this case. Yeah. And as quiet as it's kept, a lot of these educated lame dudes, these educated brothers, whatever you want to call them, do want to ride the Pookie Ray Ray Gangsta Thug wave and claim them as a part of the black men group until it no longer benefits them. Right now, they're claiming Young Jeezy as a part of that group, even though in any other situation, he would be considered a Pookie or Ray Ray if he were doing something that was detrimental to the black man's image and put black men at fault. Oh, he's a Pookie, he's a Ray Ray, let's blame that. It's not about us. It's about him, right? But notice that. So they low-key do the same thing as well, right? Just in a different way. They'll ride waves when it comes to even, say, the biracial dudes, like, say, Barack Obama or Colin Kaepernick, too. That'll happen, too. So let's not pretend like it's just black women who do it. Let's just be honest. And in this situation, I don't even see why we're having this discussion because Nicole Young is not black or even partially black. And folks are just saying, put the blame where it belongs and leave black women out of it. If it don't got nothing to do with a black woman, don't bring up a black woman's name in it. And don't put her image in it either. So that's all I got to say for the moment. I don't want to go on for longer than I've already gone. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.